Hello, Adora Alfie here, and welcome back to Factorio Space Age Only Gleba Edition. So in the last episode we got, military science running, and blue science, well, no, military science wasn't the episode, no, military science was the one we did last episode, yes, blue science was the one before that, okay. And we got that stuff running, but we are having a bit of a resource shortage, mostly coal, that's going to grenade production. So military science is going really slowly. I am researching projectile damage and weapon shooting speed, just so that we have an easier time with the enemies over here, right? And I don't know if I want to get the next mill, because that seems really expensive. I might, like, just stockpile a bunch of military science for that. But I want to let these two run for the time being, because I don't want to, like, consume too much, because we need to swap over to using rocket fuel, and if we don't do that, we might run out of power. Right now, our power is not too bad, because what I have going on over here is I have these belts prioritizing sending stuff down the center to the heating towers if the heating towers go below 700 degrees Celsius. If they're above 700 degrees Celsius, it diverts everything to going to here to actually build up our, like, to, smelt stuff and things like that. I have second thoughts about the buffers over here. I don't really like them, honestly. So I might get rid of them at some point. We'll see. But for the time being, I'll leave them, because, like, we need everything to flow, and I think the buffers kind of, like, interfere with that thought process. Also, between episodes, I did build up this little area over here. I'm kind of, like, treating this like a smelter stack, kinda. That's why it's on this side of the bus, I guess. And I have green circuits and red circuits being made. Right now, I'm just putting them into chests, but I want to use these to make modules and stuff, which we need to make our production science over here. I think electric furnaces need, like, circuits too. Red circuits, yeah. So we're gonna need a bunch of circuits, so I'm just doing them over here. I'm not gonna use these for blue science, maybe not. I might at some point. We'll see if I want to rip this out, replace this with only, like, engine units and do something like that. We'll think about it, but we might have a better solution by that point. So we have that going. For the bus, I do want to have it be 6 lanes. A break of 2, like, lanes, and then 6 lanes again, right? And we're probably going to have other, like, lanes on this side, but I think this should not get in the way of anything, hopefully. We'll see, we'll see. So, other than that, like, the things that I need to kind of set up are rocket fuel, I think, mainly. Because I think rocket fuel is, like, our fuel supply is going to start to become a problem, right? Which also means, I might want to, like, divert, like, burning our excess resources to just the heating towers over here. And have, like, rocket fuel basically have, like, a different heating tower over here. Or maybe 2 heating towers that it runs. And I could probably do something with these, like, heat exchangers and have, like, them over here, maybe. I'll have to see what I can do with that. But yeah, we probably want to, like, have a second burning area for just rocket fuel. And I'll probably send rocket fuel to the furnaces as well, is what I'm planning. But with that said, let's get around to actually getting rocket fuel made. So to make rocket fuel, I think I talked about in the last episode, I think we just need jelly and bioflux, which we should have a decent amount of, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we are, like, burning quite a bit of jelly, so hopefully it's not a huge problem. I do need to, like, figure out a way to get more throughput on the bus. I should have just, like, had more lanes, honestly. Yeah, I think that's, like, a big downfall over here. Only having, like, 1 lane for, like, jelly and Yumiko mash. But, so, to make bioflux, I could use this belt. I mean, not bioflux. To make rocket fuel, I could use that belt. And just have, like, another belt over here or something. With jelly coming in. And then have, like, that. Oh, wait. That. And that, I guess? Now, that would technically be enough to run... biofuel production? Rocket fuel. So, rocket fuel production. I keep saying biofuel. Rocket fuel production. We do need water coming in too, but I think I can manage to do that if I have... if I do this, and then I have, like, a pipe... a pipe over here. Like that, I think. That should be able to handle it. I'll get some more pipes and finish up this later. Wait, that's not the correct pipe. Yeah, so that should bring water in from the side over here. There's, I think, water here. Yeah. And we can have these basically take all the resources they need from here. We just need to have jelly coming in here. And we have jelly, like, over here so far. So I could just put, like, a splitter here. And then have... a line of jelly coming here. Going down. Ooh. Wait. Whoops. And then have that come all the way over here-ish. Okay. I think that sounds good, right? Oh wait, no. No, 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 no. What am I doing? I guess we wanted to go over here. Yeah. And then we do need to have like another like thing like that to get rid of trash a little bit. And I think that should actually be enough. The one thing we do need to worry about is the rocket fuel that comes out of here is also going to have a bunch of trash in there. So I do need to have a bit of trash removal here as well. So if I do right spoilage, I can do something like that for now. And then this is just going to be rocket fuel. Perfect. So I'll get that set up and I'll be back once that's actually ready to run and make us some rocket fuel. And we'll think about like how we're going to route all the rocket fuel everywhere after that. Okay, so we should be getting water coming in. We just need to get the jelly coming in. So I'm going to reroute this. Let me just reverse this for a second and I'll put a splitter here. Have that go that way and reverse it again. Boop. So now we have jelly coming in. And the jelly should go all the way here and make us rocket fuel. Now, how quickly is this going to make us rocket fuel? Not the fastest. However, it is going to consume jelly quite rapidly, I think. Is it like fast enough for it to keep up even? Oh, it does like consume take a bit of time, so it's going to have enough time to fill up, hopefully. Not quite. Not quite. So like a faster inserter would be nice for this. Quality inserters and stuff could actually be useful on Gleba, I feel like. But we are making a bit of rocket fuel. Now, the good thing about rocket fuel is that it burns for a lot longer, so we're going to have a lot more fuel density on this belt. We're going to run this along. I think maybe here-ish should be fine. But yeah, let me just get this connected up to everything, though. And there we go. So now we have rocket fuel coming into all of our smelters. So that should be pretty good in terms of like fuel consumption, I think. And like efficiency for that. The next thing we kind of want to do with that is to make a heating tower that can accept it as well. So I want to put more heat exchangers down, I think, probably. Because that way we'll have a bit more leeway with that as well. Like we can have a bit more like power generated, right? I'm gonna make like 4 steam turbines. We have a decent amount of heat pipes already. 2 more heat exchangers. Wait, did we not get like another one? Oh, I need copper, of course. My inventory, it's so full. Wait, wait, I can put ammo over here. Give me some copper. So get a 4th of that. And then to make the heating towers themselves. Where's the heating towers again? They were here? Heating towers. I swear they're around here. There they are. I want 2 of these. There we go. So, that should probably give us like a bit more power generation here. I don't know if I can fit them here is the thing, right? I can't put them next to each other. I had to like leave one gap like that. But then after that I can put them next to each other. But there's no space for like me to run a heat pipe over here. So I'm actually gonna like set this back by 2 tiles maybe? And then have like the heat pipe go here. There we go. Oh, we don't want to mix those. Definitely not. That's steam and water. That would be bad. We do need more pipes. So have those go over there. And then we just want the steam engines back here. Boop. Not too shabby. And just put like one over there. Cool. So these are connected as well, technically, once I get these pipes in. So they are generating power too. And I want to have like these heat pipes go and connect to a bunch of heating towers here. And maybe like here and here. I wonder if these like share heat now. I think they do. I might like make a few more heat pipes. You know what, let's make a few more heat pipes. Are these like 1 each? I think they are. There we go, that's connected too. And then I want to have like a fast belt in front of this. That takes rocket fuel and burns rocket fuel. Now, I'm not sure what I want to have my policy for rocket fuel burning be. for these guys. But, like, if these are above a certain temperature, I don't need to burn rocket fuel, right? Okay, so let's do a few conditions. Do I have, like... I have decider combinators, I guess? Okay, let's try and do some decider combinators, right? So... I want to take the temperature of these and pass it along here. Here we go. And then I want to have a decider combinator over here. So the green will be from there, and then I'm gonna have one more cable coming from here, which is gonna be red. Oh, but they're connected. That's a bit awkward, isn't it? Maybe it doesn't have to be. So, let's say green and then red. Okay. And so, if the green temperature is less than... let's say like less than 1300. And then the green temperature... Oh no, the red temperature is less than 1400? I'm not sure if this will work, but... Yeah, and then make signal A1. That sounds good. Or maybe we should make it B. Let's make it B. I'm not sure what signal I'm using for... Oh, we don't even have that signal anymore, so we don't even need to worry about that. Okay, so if I do that, and then I have like a split over here, priority left. Wait, we can just do that for the time being. And then have an output from here that goes if B is equal to 1. So right now, they're both like below these numbers, so... Hopefully that's fine. Like, I think these are eventually gonna go above that temperature if they keep burning stuff, right? Oh, we got a bit of sulfur on this belt. Oof. And plastic. Okay, cleaned it up. A few leftovers from before. Nothing else I can burn, I think. So they will be getting rocket fuel now, and they are burning rocket fuel. But basically, if these are really hot, and these aren't hot enough, then it's gonna turn this off, basically. If these are... less than, yeah. I think that should work. I could probably set this to like... 1000, like 500 or something. That's like 750 each, right, I think? Yeah. And this is like 650 each for like each of the heating towers. And there's gonna be a bit of a temperature gap because like these steam turbines are all gonna be consuming that heat as well. And it takes longer to get to like this end. So hopefully that does make sense. These are still gonna be burning stuff regardless. These have like no like control on them. They're just gonna be burning all of excess stuff to keep everything flowing. So that's fine, I think. I might move those heat towers to elsewhere as well, because we don't need them to generate power anymore if I'm getting enough power from just making, like burning rocket fuel, right? The next thing I do want to do is to increase the rocket fuel production. Right now we only have like 2 thingies going. I probably want to have a lot more of them, so I think I'm gonna like try and upgrade that a little bit. And before that, I do want to have a few things set up. So, first things first, I want to have this prioritize going right to make iron, I think, first. So I want to make sure that this is being fulfilled before it sends any of the jelly up to be turned into fuel over here, right? But you're kind of like using up all of it right now. So I don't know if like getting more things here would be very useful. I think we have the problem of just not processing enough of this jelly stuff. So I might actually build like more processing units over here. And then send that jelly... How do we send that jelly? I should really have just like left more lanes over here, honestly. That is our main issue. I could make another like jelly nut processing area, I guess. I might do that? I'm thinking about it right now. I could like have another jelly nut and Yumoko processing area up here or something, and feedback the jelly nut over here at least, right? Hmm. How much does each one of these produce anyway? Like each one of these produces 12. Okay. And each one of these consumes like 6, right? Wait, I've got a better idea. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my new design. I basically have 4 biochambers making a bunch of jelly nut, and then I'm turning that into the fuel directly over here, and it should consume all of the jelly nut we're making. So hopefully this turns out to be kinda decent, hopefully. I just need to hook up all the water inputs for this. Ooh, need a few more. I think that should be it, hopefully. Oh, the pipe doesn't quite reach. Awkward? Let's just do that. Wait, that doesn't reach either. There we go. That should reach. But I need a few more pipe pieces and... Do I have enough, like, actual pipe? No. 1 there, 2 there. So, I'm gonna be taking some of the jelly nut, like the raw jelly nut, right? From our main line. And I think we should have plenty coming in. We shouldn't have a problem with capacity on this belt. And I'm gonna put it over here. So what I want to do is I want to have a split over here. I want to go priority left, and then any excess I want to jump down there and go up to this spot over here. We have the nutrients and everything coming in too, so that should be fine. Oh, you do need to input nutrients. True. And you're getting nutrients and also bioflux from this belt. You are taking in the jelly that's being processed over here, which is going to be on this belt. Hopefully, oh, we probably should have like a red belt over here. There we go. And then I'm taking the seeds and also the spoilage, putting it over here, and the seeds get sorted separately and then they go back. I do need to finish up this belt. Ooh. That's a bit awkward. I'm not gonna mess with that too much. And the seed needs to go back over here, and I think like the seeds get put on... Wait, where do the seeds get filtered out? Oh, the seeds over here. Right. These bells. These are the seed bells. That's a bit awkward. So this would be the jelly nut seed belt, right? Can I, by any chance, manage to get a belt over there? I could... Oop. There we go. So that's gonna be the jelly nut seed belt. I guess I'll just do this for now. And... I do need to get all the belts to be able to finish building this. But it's pretty much gonna be working, I think, right? You're waiting on jelly. Are you not getting enough jelly? Is it because we can't put enough on these belts? Is that the reason it's not working? I think so. So what we need to do is... And... what kind of belt is this? Transport belt? Regular transport belt? If I do this, and then I have this over here... There we go. I don't want to have that in my inventory. Perfect, so now we're using the full belt. Cool. And everything should still be getting the inputs. Nice. So I just need to finish off this little quirky little belt over here. I might actually have enough. And I do. Perfect. So our seeds should be getting output perfectly over there too. And we're making a lot more rocket fuel now. I think I set up the filters at the end of everything perfectly as well. That should be taking spoilage, and seeds. Seeds go this way. Perfect. And then spoilage goes this way. Rocket fuel goes this way. Nice. So we have, I think I had like 2 before, right? We have a lot more rocket fuel being made definitely right now. It isn't like quite getting to the end of this yet. Technically we should be making enough. I think it's just not fast enough to output all of the... Yeah, all the jelly nut, right? I guess, all the jelly. So I might want to get... I guess a bulk inserter might be a bit better for this. Oh, we need more circuit? I want to try it out with bulk inserters. Yeah. So I'm gonna try and swap out. Wait, I'm still making these. There we go. And make some pipes in my inventory so we have them when we need them. Wait, I don't need as many of those. So I'm gonna try and swap out these blue inserters for the green what are they called again? Bulk inserters? They used to be called stack inserters, right? And hopefully they do a better job of outputting everything. I think they are significantly. I'm not sure if they're keeping up, but they're doing a significantly better job. So that should be pretty solid. And I could probably use some green inserters for these as well, because y'all like inputting them fast enough. But I think that's okay, given how the outputting situation is going over there too. The belt isn't fully saturated anyway. So, with that, I do wanna see what else we can improve, right? So we have, like, rocket fuel. I think my power, like, situation is probably pretty safe for now. These are all running at, like, 1,000 right now, almost 1,000. And the rocket fuel input has turned off. And that's mainly because, like, these are burning a lot of stuff right now. Because we're getting a bit of an influx over there. And yeah, I think we have like a decent situation with seeds as well. Like we aren't getting to a point where we aren't like processing enough Yumako. We do have a seed like surplus, I guess, right? So we're doing totally fine on that front too. So the next thing we do want to try and do is get a bit more coal production if you're going to do more military production, I suppose. But I'm not sure exactly where to put all these biochambers. Also, I don't have that many biochambers. I have like 14, which means I can double this, but that's about it. I can double it. That's all, and that's only gonna like increase it by like 0.5 coal per second. So like I really need a better solution for coal, right? Um, Once we get to space, like coal might be a bit easier, but there has to be a better way of doing it. I wonder if we can figure something out right now. Let's see. Coal synthesis. To make coal, hmm. Tungsten asteroid crushing? Oh, interesting. Coal recycling, no. So yeah, I guess it is really just coal synthesis, huh? Oh, yikes, that's gonna be pretty bad. I could have another one over here, I suppose. And another, like, 10 of these. I could put a bunch of speed modules in these as well, because we can put, like, 4 modules in each. I could probably make modules right now. I could. I think like speed modules are better for these because like we have so much spoilage and nutrients anyway, right? I could do beacons as well. Beacons are... Wait, I don't know if I've unlocked beacons actually, never mind. But maybe I'll just do a bunch of speed modules. 40 modules should be enough for all of these actually. So should I just like make 40 modules? We could try and see how that goes. I'm not sure how much faster it's going to make them, and I'm not sure how much power it's going to consume. We should be pretty good for power though, I think, on Gleba, right? Because we have the heating towers, which are like super efficient. Plus, like, we have rocket fuel now. Eventually, this is the rocket fuel is going to get backed up, I think, on all these lanes. And that should be pretty good too. I am tempted to like swap over to like something else to just burn resources for a bit before we do more military research. I do want to get Logistics 3 as well, because that'll help with our belt situation a lot. But to get Logistics 3, we need Purple Science, and to make Purple Science, we need rails, which shouldn't be too hard. We just need to get stone on the bus, I guess. Steel, and that's about it. I think we have everything else. We just need to get stone on the bus. So I might do that. Have it like come from this side, so it like skips everything and it like shows up over here, I guess. And then do a bit of purple science production over here. I'll have to run it on the other side of all these labs, probably. And on like this side of the labs, which is going to be kind of messy, but it is definitely possible. However, I think I might do that in the next episode. So I'm just gonna be calling it here for now. We got rocket fuel running, we got like a bunch of stuff running. My base does need a lot of improvements, but it's not too bad so far. So if you liked the episode, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!